Once upon a time, in a gentle little valley surrounded by rolling hills and whispering streams, there was a village called Willowbrook. Willowbrook was a peaceful place, filled with gardens that bloomed all year round, cottages with ivy climbing up their walls, and a bell tower that rang every morning to greet the sun. The villagers lived simple lives, and at night the sky above Willowbrook glowed with more stars than one could ever count. In this village lived a curious child named Clara. Clara had chestnut brown hair that shone like polished wood in the sunlight and eyes as bright as emeralds. She loved to wander through meadows, collect wild flowers, and chase butterflies. But most of all, Clara loved stories, the kind of stories that made you feel warm inside, as though the world was a magical place filled with secrets waiting to be discovered. Her grandmother, whom everyone called Granny May, was the best storyteller in Willowbrook. She would sit by the fire on cold evenings, her knitting in her lap, and tell Clara tales about enchanted forests, talking animals, and magical objects hidden in plain sight. One night, as Clara was about to drift into sleep, Granny May leaned close and whispered, "Clara, did I ever tell you about the enchanted lantern?" Clara's eyes widened. "No, Granny, what is it?" Granny May smiled mysteriously. "It is a lantern that shines not with fire or candle, but with dreams. They say whoever holds it will see the most beautiful visions, worlds made of starlight, songs sung by the wind, and paths that lead to the heart of magic itself. But the lantern only reveals itself to those who are brave, kind, and willing to listen to the whispers of the night." Clara's heart leapt. A lantern of dreams. That very night she lay awake imagining what such a lantern would look like. She pictured it glowing gently in her hands, showing her wonderful places far beyond Willowbrook. As the crickets sang and the moon poured silver light into her room, Clara whispered to herself, "One day I will find the enchanted lantern." The next morning Clara set out on a small adventure. She walked through the fields of daisies, past the rippling brook where fish darted like silver arrows, and into the forest beyond the village. The forest was full of birdsong and rustling leaves. Sunlight danced through the branches, painting patterns on the ground. Clara carried a little basket with bread and cheese, a notebook, and her favorite pencil for sketching. As she wandered deeper, she noticed something unusual, a trail of golden leaves glittering in the sunlight. Though it wasn't autumn, they shimmered as if sprinkled with stardust. Clara bent down and touched one. It felt warm, like holding a sunbeam in her hand. Perhaps this is a sign, Clara thought, her heart racing. Perhaps it will lead me to the enchanted lantern. She followed the trail eagerly, each leaf guiding her deeper into the forest. Soon she came upon a clearing where an ancient oak tree stood. Its branches stretched wide, and its trunk was so thick it would take 3 people holding hands to wrap around it. At the base of the oak was a hollow, and inside something glowed faintly. Clara stepped closer, holding her breath. There, nestled in the roots of the oak, was a small, delicate lantern. Its frame was silver, engraved with patterns of stars and moons, and inside it flickered not fire, but a soft golden glow that pulsed gently like a heartbeat. "The enchanted lantern," Clara whispered. Her fingers trembled as she reached for it. The moment she touched it, the lantern sprang to life, glowing brighter. A soft, musical hum filled the air, and the golden light swirled around her. Suddenly, Clara was no longer in the forest. She was standing on a path made of shimmering stars. Around her stretched a sky full of colors she had never seen before, violet rivers of light, golden sparks that danced like fireflies, and clouds shaped like castles drifting across the heavens. She gasped in wonder. From the starlit path appeared a gentle fox with fur as white as snow. Its eyes glowed like the lantern, warm and kind. "Welcome, Clara," said the fox, its voice soft as a lullaby. "You have found the enchanted lantern, and it has chosen you." Clara clutched the lantern tightly. "Chosen me, but I'm just a girl from Willowbrook." The fox smiled. "Sometimes it is the gentlest hearts that are chosen. The lantern is not meant to stay in one place. It shows dreams and wonders to those who believe in magic, and you, Clara, believe with all your heart." The fox guided Clara down the starlit path, and soon they arrived at a meadow made of light. Flowers sparkled like jewels, and butterflies with wings of glass floated through the air. In the distance Clara could hear a river singing, its voice sweet and calm. "This is the dream meadow," said the fox. "Every dream begins here. Children across the world close their eyes, and their dreams rise like petals carried by the wind. The lantern allows you to walk among them." Clara's eyes sparkled. She knelt down to touch a glowing flower, and as she did, it opened to reveal a vision of a little boy in another village, dreaming of flying with kites. Another flower showed a girl dreaming of exploring caves filled with crystals. Each flower held a dream, beautiful and unique. She wandered through the meadow, marveling at the endless wonders. The fox padded beside her, explaining softly, "The lantern is a gift, but it is also a responsibility. It allows you to share gentle dreams with others, to bring them peace when they sleep. You must carry it with kindness, Clara, and share its light generously." Clara nodded firmly. "I will." As the night deepened, the fox led Clara to the edge of the meadow, where a silver bridge arched over a river of stars. "It is time to return," said the fox gently. "But remember, the lantern will always glow for you when you need it most. Whenever you share its light, you will help others find rest and joy." Clara hugged the lantern to her chest, feeling warmth spread through her. With one last look at the fox and the dream-filled meadow, she crossed the bridge. When she opened her eyes, she was back at the oak tree in the forest, the lantern glowing softly in her hands. The forest seemed quieter, almost reverent, as if it too knew she carried something special. She hurried home to Granny May, who was sitting by the fireplace knitting. Clara burst through the door, holding up the lantern. "Granny, look, I found it, the enchanted lantern." Granny May looked at her, and her eyes softened with knowing. "Ah, child." So the stories were true after all. That night, Clara placed a lantern on her bedside table. Its golden light filled her room, casting gentle shadows that swayed like dancers. As she drifted to sleep, the lantern's glow wrapped around her, carrying her into dreams so beautiful that she woke with her heart full of joy. From then on, Clara used the lantern not just for herself, but for others. When children in Willowbrook had trouble sleeping, she would bring the lantern to their bedside, and its gentle glow would calm them. Soon the whole village slept peacefully, their nights filled with soft, wondrous dreams. Years passed, but Clara never lost the magic of the lantern. She grew older, but her eyes always sparkled with the same wonder as the little girl who once found golden leaves in the forest. And whenever she lit the lantern, she remembered the fox, the meadow of dreams, and the starlit path that led her to magic. And so the Enchanted Lantern of Willowbrook became a light not only for Clara, but for everyone who believed in dreams. And every night under the blanket of stars the village slept soundly, wrapped in the glow of gentle magic.